Okay, so we continue with our lessons, disaccharides. So the general formula for disaccharides is C12, H22, and O11. Okay, this is because the formation of disaccharides is by condensations with the removal of water molecules. Okay, so how to form the disaccharides? Formed by fusion of two monosaccharide units by what process? Condensations. Since one water molecule is removed. Okay, that means with the removal of one water molecules. So disaccharides also can be broken back into two monosaccharides units by additions of water to them, and this process is known as hydrolysis. So disaccharide can carry out condensation, this process, as well as hydrolysis. Okay, so this is the chemical formula for the glucose. Okay, so this is monosaccharides joined with another monosaccharides. By condensation process, they will form disaccharides. So this is disaccharides. Okay, with the removal of one water molecules. So if water is added to the disaccharides, and this can break down the disaccharide into two monosaccharide units, and this process is known as hydrolysis. So X is the condensation and Y is hydrolysis process. So monosaccharide join with another monosaccharide by condensations, okay, to form disaccharides with the removal of one water molecule. Next, the water can add it to the disaccharide, which is big molecule, and break down the disaccharides into two units of monosaccharides. And this process is known as hydrolysis because you use the water to break down the large molecule, which is the disaccharides. In the laboratory, hydrolysis also can be carried out by heating the disaccharide with the dilute acid, such as dilute hydrochloric acid. In organism, hydrolysis can be catalyzed by enzymes. Okay, so example of disaccharide are maltose, lactose, and sucrose. Malase, okay, MLS. M stands for maltose, L stands for lactose, and I stand for sucrose, malase. Okay, so how to form the maltose? Glucose join with glucose by condensations to form maltose with the removal of one water molecule. So this is the word equations that you need to know how to write down. And water is added to the maltose and break down the maltose into two units of glucose, and this is known as hydrolysis. So on the top of the arrow, you can write down condensations, and at the bottoms of the arrow, you can write down hydrolysis. Okay, so how to form the sucrose disaccharides? That means glucose join with fructose by condensations to form sucrose with the removal of one water molecule. For hydrolysis, water is added to the sucrose and then break down the sucrose into two units of monosaccharide, which is glucose and fructose. Next, glucose join with galactose by condensations to form lactose. Water is added to lactose, breaks down the lactose into glucose and galactose. And this process is known as hydrolysis. So make sure on the top arrow you write down condensations, and at the bottom of the arrow at the bottom is hydrolysis. Okay, condensation, hydrolysis. So maltose is formed by the action of enzymes amylase on the starch. So the amylase hydrolyzes the starch into maltose during digestion or during germination of seed. Lactose is milk sugars only found in the milk, and sucrose are found abundantly in plants. It is a main nutrient transport in the sieve tube of the phloem. So the phloem transports sucrose from the leaf throughout the bodies. Sometimes stored in certain plants like sugar canes because sucrose is relatively inert metabolically. That means it doesn't affect it doesn't have a chemical process like inert, okay? So it doesn't have a lot of reactions with other molecules. What's the physical properties of disaccharides? The taste, sweet, soluble in water, and they can form crystals. Next, they all have reducing properties. Yes, all disaccharides have reducing property except sucrose. Okay, except sucrose. Okay. Next, for the disaccharides, okay, for the disaccharides, they also can carry out condensations to form the polysaccharides. How about hydrolysis? Yes, they also can carry out hydrolysis and back to the monosaccharides unit. So reducing sugar and non-reducing sugars. For reducing sugar, all the monosaccharides like glucose, okay, galactose, and also fructose. These three are monosaccharides. They are reducing sugars. For reducing sugar disaccharides, maltose and lactose. All the disaccharides are reducing sugar except sucrose. For your syllabus, this one, sucrose.